Okay, we are joined on the dais by South Florida head coach Amir Abdur-Rahim, Selton Miguel, and Kobe Knox. Coach, before we get going with questions, could we have you just give some thoughts on today's game?
Absolutely. For anybody who hadn't covered us before, we always start by giving God the glory. So to God be the glory. We're grateful and thankful for the opportunity to come out here and glorify His name with our energy, our effort, how we approach every day. So, to God be the glory. But, hats off to a really good East Carolina team. Playing 2 games, in less than almost 24 hours is not an easy thing to do. I thought they played, hard. They competed as Coach Schwartz's teams will. But I'm really proud of our group to have, our 18 assists, 9 turnovers. I'll take it all day. Have less than 10 turnovers in a game, you're going to give yourselves an opportunity to win. I thought we did a great job of sharing the ball. I thought we had great connection defensively, because to force 13 turnovers is a big deal. So, but really proud of these kids. And I just want to, last thing I'll say is this. You're sitting up here and you're going to talk to 2 guys who deserve and who've earned everything they're getting right now. 2 of our hardest workers, 2 guys that have grown and persevered through so much, through people hating on them, saying they weren't good enough, saying they weren't this and they weren't that. And they just stayed working. They stayed, trusting what we've asked them to do. And man, I'm really proud of both of them.
Thank you, Coach. We'll start in the room here. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. So we'll start right here on the right.
Myron Metcalf, ESPN. Amir, when you can go to your bench like that and count on reliable guys, how does that just change your team?
That's a great question, Myron. Thanks for being here, man. I've said this, and I'm gonna openly say this. Selton Miguel has been our MVP this year. He's been our most valuable guy because he's allowed us to bring him off the bench, and not one time, and I'm not making this up, not one time has he ever made it about himself. Not one time has he ever said, well, man, I did, like last year I had this, or coach, I'm averaging, I'm leading us in scoring along with Youngblood. Like, he's just trusted what we've asked of him and gone from there. But when you can go to your bench and you can bring guys in, and it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Selton, whether it's Corey Walker, who was the starter tonight, but you're able to bring Case and Pryor in, and he responded the way he responded tonight. It just gives you confidence as a coach to know, especially in a tournament setting, you're going to be able to keep fresh legs and you're going to be able to keep the same focus, energy, and effort that you need to win a game.
All right, in the corner on the right.
Coach Rob Sieg with the Bay Area Examiner. What was the message to the team coming off that loss to Tulsa going into the tournament? Ending that loss, ending that big win streak and everything there.
I don't know if you've ever listened to it, but I would recommend anybody, go listen to Chadwick Boseman's commencement speech at Howard. And towards the end of that speech, it was a part in there where he said, you rather find purpose than find a job. He said, because purpose, it crosses all disciplines. So after that Tulsa loss, what we talked about as a group, as a team, we talked about having a purpose to everything we were going to do. When we went down to practice, having a purpose. Because purpose, if we have a purpose, it's going to drive our energy. It's going to drive our effort. It's going to drive our attitude. And so I thought these guys played with great purpose today.
All right, right over here, right in the middle.
Coach, Isaac Bourne, Mid-Major Madness. Coach, what was it like to be able to go deep into your bench today and just bring out some of the fan favorite players just for your fans that came in today?
No, it's awesome. But again, just like Selton has been great all year, in accepting his role, and not even just accepting it, being a star in his role. I was so happy the fact that the coaches and the rest of the league, recognized him as most improved and 6th man of the year. Right, but it was awesome to be able to play Daniel Tobolo, but Nick Smith and those guys, because these guys show up every day, and Daniel probably hadn't played in 20-something games. Nick, same thing. but they come to practice, they come to work every day with a great attitude. Nick is a guy that's on scout team every time. He's helping us prepare for it. So for those guys that have an opportunity to play in the American Athletic Conference tournament, it's a big deal to me, definitely.
Right back here. No, right here.
Sophia Garcia with the Crow's Nest. Coach, right before the game, it was announced that you were up for Coach of the Year. What about this team has motivated you and pushed you to go out there and do what you do day in and day out?
I would say the first thing, there's no such thing as Coach of the Year. First off, to God be the glory. To be recognized is awesome, but it's no such thing as Coach of the Year. It's a coaching staff that helps create the opportunity. My job is to, make sure I manage my people the right way. So it's humbling, but again, to God be the glory. All the praises for Him.
Back here.
Amir of ESPN again. For Selton and Kobe, when you win 15 in a row like that and you face adverse situations beyond that, does winning become so habitual to you all that you just don't crumble in those moments, that you still maintain your confidence?
Yeah, I feel like just every day we focus on just keeping the same habits and just winning every single day as a team, coming in focused and, going into each and every game prepared. So that's something big for us, is to make sure we're very prepared coming into the game. And I think the rest will take care of itself. So, during that win streak, just coming into practice every single day, doing the same thing with a good mindset.
Just picking up what he said, just keeping the same habits every day, like Coach mentioned, every day. Just trying to be better players ourselves every day, no matter what circumstances we've been going to. Come to practice with the same mindset, don't change. Just keep being us. Don't worry about who we're going to play next. Just come and doing the same thing every day. So that's what makes it special.
Okay, in the back.
Coach, we saw Corey Walker go out kind of early, went to the tunnel. Any update about his health or status?
It's pending right now, but he'll be okay. We just wanted to, our thing is this, as I've said before, I'm in the business of molding men, and part of that is, making sure that they take care of themselves. And before we're never going to put a game in front of a player, and so he probably, I think they told me at 10 minutes, hey, if you need him, he's ready. No, we're going to make sure Corey's okay, because my first priority is the safety and care of my guys. And plus, I'm not trying to have Kathy Walker strangle me. Nah.
Right up front.
For the players, we saw a big turnout of Bulls Nation today here. So what does it mean to you guys to have this kind of support so far away from home?
It's been special this whole season, especially right now. We need that support. Last year we didn't have none of that. This year is really special for us, because when they here, not just here, but like when they're home too, it just brings a different energy to us, just like you see today. They help us a lot, and it's really a big time for us.
Yeah, like you said, just the way that they travel for us. Coming to Texas, where a lot of these teams that we're playing against, they're closer, so they have more fans will come. So just the love and support that they've been showing us the whole season, it means a lot, especially for us to bring our own energy as a team, and to them to be here is an added bonus, and we just love that.
Chuck, we have questions on Zoom.
If we do, if you have a question on Zoom, please use raise hand feature. We'll go to Joey Knight, please, from the Tampa Bay Times.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Kobe, I'll ask you this. Coach alluded to it. 18 assists, 9 turnovers. Y'all shot the ball very well. Y'all defended very well. Was this your most complete game of the year?
I mean, I don't really keep track. It's just like my complete games, but I mean, I feel like just leading up to this game, just the whole season, just guys just very confident in me, and they just know how hard I work. And Selton's one of the main guys, just telling me like, man, just keep shooting. If the shots are falling, if they're falling, if they're not falling, just keep shooting, because he knows how much I prepare for these moments. So I think that just helps a lot for me as a player, just the confidence they have in me.
What about collectively as a team? Most complete team effort?
Oh, I would say so. Just putting together a full 40 minutes of just offense and defense, trusting each other. Like you said, the 18 assists was just, this shows the confidence that we have in each other. So, yeah, I would say so.
Thanks.
Chuck, any more? No? Right here?
Maybe kind of a random question, but Amir, who motivates you? I mean, you definitely talk as a motivator, and that's been a big part of how you're viewed, but who motivates you?
For the people that are here, if you turn around, it's two little girls sitting back there, a really pretty lady in a green jacket and a little boy in her arms. It starts there, you know, but, you know, I was very fortunate, man, to have an awesome father, right? And I'm very fortunate to have a really cool big brother, great big brother, man, he the best, and a bunch of great siblings. My sister, who lives in Little Rock, is sitting back there. And so for me, I've always had great examples of what leadership looks like. I've always had great examples of what a man should look like, a leader, you know, a father, a husband, right? And so what motivates me, again, I'm in the business of molding men, right? I know if the man grows, right, they talked about habits, and I'm on them all the time, because if their habits off the court don't match their habits on the court, man, you're never going, it's always going to be some inconsistency somewhere. But I've been so fortunate to have great examples along the way, my parents, my siblings, even the coaches I worked for. You know, Billy Kennedy was out there tonight, my college coach, and who I worked for at A&M and at Murray State. And so what motivates me is I just want them to have a great example of what a man looks like, what a leader looks like, what a husband, a father looks like. And, you know, these guys, they have fathers. I can never replace them, but they're around me every day, you know, so I just want to be consistent. I never want to break that trust and that bond that we've created, and, you know, it drives me every day, you know, because I'll be honest, like, I've grown as a head coach, I promise you that, but yeah, I don't want to break that trust. I want them to know they can trust me in whatever it is in any situation.
In the corner back here?
Hi, Jimmy Rosilio, Florida Focus. So the two teams today have very different styles on offense. ECU scoring a lot in the paint, and USF being a very efficient team from three. How do you go about coaching in these clashes of style?
Yeah, for us, I should say, people ask me sometimes, what's your playing style? I don't necessarily have a playing style. Our playing style is built on player development. You know, I want our players to have clarity and confidence. And so in the summers, like, we work now, all right? We work, because it don't matter what I run. If we can't pass, shoot, and dribble, it doesn't matter, right? So what allows us to play the way we play and be able to play any kind of style, and I say that humbly, is I think these guys are confident. They have clarity on what we want offensively. Very rarely, I'm not going to say ever, because Selton will look at me like I got two heads. I'm not going to say I never take them out for taking a shot, but it's very rarely I take them out for taking a shot, you know, because, again, I want them to play with confidence and clarity. And if they're looking over their shoulder for every time they shoot a shot, there's no way they could play with the confidence they play with.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Go Bulls. To God be the glory. Guys, this way.
Recording stopped.